Hi there! Today I'm going to show you how to use a free tool called Canva to help create templates for your social media that are going to help you stand out from the crowd and basically get the attention of your ideal clients for your posts. So first of all, I'm just going to share my screen. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is to create an account with Canva. It's completely free, so you can just create one using your email address. And once you've created it, it's going to let you design some wonderful post templates for all of your social media. So whether you're on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, it doesn't matter. This is the place to come and create those templates. So just as an example, here are some of my recent designs. So things that I've created recently on Canva for my social media. So you can see here, I've created a pin, I've created an infographic, I've created some testimonial posts, I've created Facebook header, I've created a social media poster, I've created another graphic for testimonials. So you can see that there's loads and loads of things. These are all pins that have gone out. So lots and lots and lots of things that you can create, and all different styles that you can use, different colors, and lots of free images and designs and templates that you can take use of as well. So for the purposes of today's training, we're going to create your own template for, let's say, a social media post, so a Facebook post, for example, that has maybe a testimonial on it. So first of all, we're going to go back to our homepage and we're going to create a design. Now, if you have a look across here, you can see that you've got a presentation, an Instagram post, a Pinterest pin, a Facebook post, infographic, etc., etc. So for the purposes of today, we're going to create a Facebook post, so a template for Facebook. So what that's going to give you, once you've clicked on it, it throws you out this little box here, which is basically your blank canvas. And this is where you start to create and design your template. So the first thing you might want to consider is, what background color do you use? And I would suggest that you stick to your brand colors, because you want to be known for a certain color consistently, so that when people see that template pop up, they know instantly that it's you. If you look across here on the left hand side, you'll see all sorts of different menu options, and we're going to scroll down until we see background, and we're just going to click on that, and it's going to give us a list, or a gallery, if you like, of different types of backgrounds that we can actually use. You can scroll through all of those. I want to use my brand color though, so I'm just going to go with that. I can also choose a specific color. So I've just clicked on the color palette, clicked here, and here where it says hashtag and then FFF, if I want to, and I've got my hex code, I can just type it into there so that I know I'm getting the exact shade of pink that I use in all of my branding. Okay, so that's my background sorted. Then how am I going to make it look more like something from me rather than just generic? So let's have a look and see what we can do. So first of all, I'm going to click on the elements up here. And I'm going to have a look and see, like, there's all these different elements that you can use. So you can see some that I've recently used. Some, as you can see, you need to pay for. Lots of others are free. So it just depends on whether you want to upgrade and take the upgraded account, in which case it lets you use things like this for free. Well, not for free, but obviously within your package. Otherwise, you can still use that, but you have to pay for it when you download it. And it costs $1, which is about 80p. So if you're going to be using lots of those kind of things, it might be worthwhile upgrading to the paid package. If you're only going to be using them very infrequently, then just stick with the free one. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to look for some lines. So I'm just going to type line into the search bar. And then it gives me some options here. Okay, and I just basically want a straight line. So I'm going to go with, oh, let's have this one. That's a little bit more interesting than just a completely straight line. Now you can see it's put it in the middle of my block and I want to move it. So if I hover, while this blue line is around it, so the block's still live, I can turn it around so that it goes different ways, or I can move it by hovering over this, and I'm just going to move it up towards the top. And then I want to change the colour to white, because that is also a colour that I use in my branding. So I want white lines. So if you click away from it, you can now see that we have that in the top corner. Now let's say that I want another one in the bottom. So I can just duplicate it. So I just click over here where the plus sign is and duplicate. That gives me another one, which I can then just move down to the bottom of the page there. Okay, now this is going to be a testimonial post. So I want to use some quotation marks. Would help if I could spell quotation. Oh dear, this isn't as, I'm trying to type around my microphone, so please excuse me. Okay, it's not as sophisticated as Google search, so you do have to key in the right spelling. So you can see here I've got 3-1, which is fine. I just want some quotation marks, but I want to make them smaller than that. So again, I just wait for the blue line to be highlighted, and this time I'm just going to drag it down like that, and then I'm going to move it to the beginning of my box. So you can see as I move it across, can you see the pink line come on the edge? That's showing me that everything is nicely lined up. And then I'm going to just duplicate that because I want the exact same size, and I don't want to have to mess around guessing until it looks right for that side. And then I'm just going to turn it around. Okay. Oops. Just get it straight. There we go. All right, so now I've got some nice quotation marks. Okay, now that literally could be my design, or I might want to add something like my logo or something that shows it's me. So I can upload my logo. So if we go to uploads, and then we can either have my little business builder logo. So we could put her in. That's not actually on. I don't want that because it's not on a clear background, so I'm just going to go to this little bin and delete her from there. And then let's just go and see if I can find the transparent version. I know she's down here somewhere. You can see that I use this a lot. If I named them, it would actually be a lot easier and quicker to find. So let's just use that one. Okay, and then let's make her a bit smaller and let's put her over here. Okay, so now I've got a logo that people recognize and a kind of a styled template that I'm going to use for all my testimonial posts. So if I just make a tiny bit smaller and move her down a little bit, just so that she's not going to be getting in the way of the text. Okay. All right, so now we have a template. That is literally what a template is. You can save this template as is. So to do that, I'm going to File, and then I'm going to save to a folder. And I'm going to create a new folder. You can see here I've already got one template, but obviously yours won't be there yet. So you create new and call it templates 1 and add to new folder. Okay, so that's your template created. Now, if we go back to home, and then we go down to folders, and we can see our templates 1 here, so we can call it up, and then we wait for it to generate our template. Just take a minute or two. I'm going to click on it, let it generate over here. Okay, so you can see there's my template all nicely stored for me. So what I'm going to do now, the only difference that's going to be on this that there isn't on all of the others is the actual text, so the testimonial. So if I go and put in text, and then I usually use this one, add subheading, and then you can see, just click on it and it opens up here, and then you can start typing your text. So, it has been a pleasure working with Lynn, and I've learned so much. Okay, all right. We can change the colour of the text. So we can make that white as well by clicking up here where it says text colour and clicking on white. And then we can change the font. So we can have any of these. Just scroll down and find one that you actually like. So I'm going to go with that one for now. Okay, and then we can change the size of the font so that it sits nicely within our template. And then these little lines here mean that we can bring in the box, and then we can reposition the box. Oops. We can reposition the box then so that it's more where we want it to be. Okay, obviously don't just make these testimonials up. Make sure that you've actually got some, or you could even go and do a screenshot of one, and I'll show you how to upload that. But that's how you add text. Okay, if you want to play around with the spacing on text, we just go to this bar here where it says spacing, and then you can space the letters out so that they become more stretched like that, as you can see, or the letter height, the line height, so that it becomes, you know, larger. Okay, so you can play around with that as well. Okay, and you can move your box around so that it fits into the quotation marks nicely. So you can kind of really make sure that it looks nice and it's centered. As you move it around, you'll see, can you see that pink line has now appeared? That's showing whether it's slap bang in the middle of the box. So I know that it's all nicely aligned. If you don't want to actually type the testimonial in, so in other words, copying what somebody has said about you because you want it to look maybe a little more authentic, we can actually choose to put in an actual screenshot of perhaps a review or a testimonial that you've received. And I've got some here that I've done earlier. So here's one, for example. So we can actually just put that in. Okay. So that just sits inside, obviously, your quotation marks. So again, it's showing that it's your template, but you're actually doing a screenshot of the testimonial, so that it just adds authenticity to it, rather than you just typing it in, which looks like anybody could have done it. So either way is fine. You just need to decide which way is best for you. And that's all there is to it for creating a simple template on Canva. There are no end of pre-done templates that you can use. So if we just add a new page, we get a new box, and we'll just make that white so it looks like just a normal box when it appears. And you just want to use some of their templates, just click on templates here, and Canva will offer you templates that you can actually use. So there are some that are sliders like this one, there are some that are just static like this one. Let's have a look at this one. So you can make these your own, providing that the image is free, which this one is, because it's not showing the crisscross, you know, zigzags that tell you that you have to pay for it. So we're okay to use that image, but you can, if you want to, change the image. So let's do that, and let's upload one of my own. So photos, and let's just say we're going to use these two instead. Okay, we're just going to move that over and just make that bigger. Okay, so you can see, perfect, but you can see how you can start to kind of make these more your own. Just kind of get a bit of both guys in, so you're just chopping him off in his prime. Okay. And then you can just click on each parts of this box and just overtype the wording that is there. It's very small, so what I suggest you do is zoom it to kind of 50% so that you can actually see what you're doing, because otherwise it's really easy to miss bits. So it could be, come and join me, and then or come and join us, could be, couldn't it? For fun, oops, fun in the park, and then click here to get your tickets. Okay, so basically you've just taken an element that was in their templates, and you've just made it more of your own by just popping your own image in there. You can change the background, so again it's more your brand colors, or that it goes better with the actual image that you're using. And you can make things forward or backwards depending on where you want the image to show. So the image, if I drag that across, you can see that the image is forward, so this bit here is backwards. And then if I change that and make it forward, now you can see that all the writing's gone, and it's basically the block is the bit at the front. So I change it back to backwards, and then it all comes back. So these are very, very interchangeable. You can take their templates, but you can design something entirely unique from them for yourself, using your own colors, your own text, etc. So one more template, if we just have a look, this one. You know, you might want to just change out these little characters. So again, you just click on it and change it for something that you've got in your library. So again, if we do go on to uploads, and let's put my, oh no, she's not the, oh, I want the transparent ones, just to kind of give you an idea. Okay, so okay, so you can literally put your own things in there. You don't have to go with what's already there. You can swap and change, and then you change this one for that. So move her down, make it bigger, And then that one maybe down. Okay, so you get the gist. All right, all of these, anything and everything is interchangeable. The color you can change to whatever color you want. The images you can change to whichever images you want, and the words you just click on and you can overtype all of those so that it says what you want. So completely adaptable if you want to use one of their examples, or you can try creating a completely unique one all of your own. Hope you've enjoyed that. I'll be back soon with another quick tutorial, so make sure that you catch me for that. And also join me in my Facebook group at the Business Builder Support Group, and I give you helpful hints, tips and suggestions on how to improve your marketing there too. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Bye for now.